Yeah, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
The world has just changed so radically, and we're all running to catch up. How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect? The best intentions. Some of the worst things imaginable have been done with the best intentions.
Dr. Malcolm, here to share a few campfire stories with my uncle.
You can convince the Washington Post and the Skeptical Inquirer of whatever you want. But I was there, I know what happened, and so do you. I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should.
Hello, welcome to the January issue of Jurassic Minutes, where we're discussing recent movie, toy, and franchise news for the Jurassic series. January issue at the start of February. We're a little bit late. We've had to try and get this recorded for a couple of weeks now, but I'm Brad, of course.
I'm Dave. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Dave. It has been a while. I don't think we've sat down and recorded since just before Christmas.
No, yeah, it's been almost a little over a month.
So we are back for a Jurassic Minutes version of the podcast. There'll be some news later on in regards to Jurassic World Minute. But Dave, before we get to that sort of stuff, it's been Christmas time. I remember last time we chatted, the Raptor and the Kitchen set was coming from Iron Studios, was it?
Yes. It's been slowly working its way out across the world. I haven't gotten mine in yet. I heard that it's coming out in, I think, second quarter is what I heard for U.S. release. And so I'll probably get it sometime this spring.
Okay.
Of course, we'll be recording Jurassic World by then.
Yeah, my night vision goggles from Chronicle have been delayed again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is all right. It gives me at last a couple more months just to get those final two payments done. So, as I said to one of the contacts there when they emailed me about the delay, I said it was fine. Like it's going to come eventually. It gives me some more time to try and find some space for them and get me collection and display space all sorted out. Because I don't want them anywhere that they can get dust on them or anything else in my horrible house that is dust prone. But well, they're two things that haven't arrived. Anything Jurassic related that Santa brought?
Not Santa, no. But I did actually. I grab a couple little things. So since we've last recorded, hold on, I'm trying to think what it was. It's been so long since we recorded, of course. Did I have the Mononicus in hand last time we recorded?
It doesn't sound familiar.
All right, so I've gotten that one, the little Mononicus Jurassic World figure, and then I also grabbed the Papo Compsognathus. I found it for like 50% off on Amazon. So that was one I've been wanting to get for a while, but didn't think I'd justify spending $20 on it. So got it for half off. And I'm actually very happy with the figure.
Oh, very nice. It's good when you get them a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been working my butt off at work, paying the bills, stuff like that.
Yep.
Know how it is.
Yeah, yep. Especially this time of year. On my side, I got the junior novelisation for Jurassic World. That's come, and I've started reading through a bit of it. I'll get to more of that later. The Jurassic Park 3 Survival novel also come in that lot, and I've been reading through that, and it's interesting some of the filler they've put in there, especially around the InGen lab and that sort of. Seems like they took a lot of cues from Crichton's novel, describing the building and everything as well. So that was good. I'll probably revisit that later on too, with maybe a review of it or something, and some of the finer details in there of what they've changed or added to the film, because I haven't read the whole thing yet. I got that little Jurassic Park storybook, the kids under free one or whatever it was. That managed to find that online on eBay for cheap, so I got that one. And that's fun, just looking through and see how they've condensed the film into sentences here and there. So I don't have it on hand. I can't pull any lines out of it, unfortunately. But I got my second Brachiosaur and Colossal Blue off layaway here. And
Yeah, I gotcha.
And
Cool.
yeah, so I've started to have a little herd of Brachiosaurs, which is great.
I've been wanting that. Actually, I haven't actually got a second one yet.
Oh,
But
no.
I've been keeping my eye out for the prices to start going down.
Yep.
But that does actually remind me. I did your book purchases reminded me. I got one final book purchase that finally completes its set I've been putting together. I think they were Canadian books. They were like a series of 8 books. There's the Science of Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park: The Great Adventure, and then there's the six of the dinosaur species that appeared in the first movie. Mm-hmm. And I had 7 of them, and the T-Rex one was the last one I had to track down, and finally found it on eBay for like under $60. And so finally put together a complete set of all 8 of them.
And a book that probably cost $9.95 when it came out.
Yeah, really.
Was there a did I see photos from a Lost World marketing book or something? I think you a while ago you showed some photos.
You were right. That completely skipped my mind. So there was something called the KP Skips. They were little food prizes that came in like food packaging, mostly in Canada and the British Isles, and they had a set of like miniature ones, and then they had another set of there was like 18 small ones and then 18 regular sized ones, and they combined location scout pictures with like rare pictures of the maquettes. And so they had these tiny little pictures. I'm not sure if I put them up on the Minutes podcast. I know I put them up on the Jurassicpedia Facebook page. And so they're this very extremely rare combination of maquette photos and location scout photos. And so they're like incredibly, I found this complete set. They're pretty rare to find, and there was something that I can't remember if I mentioned, but they were like these little like bags of potato chips they would come in, or crisps, as I believe that's the British colloquialism is. But yeah, they would they for some reason they decided to take, hey, we got this great idea, we got these rare maquette photos and these rare location scout photos, let's combine them and then sell them in cereal boxes. So yeah, I took the DSLR out, took some great high quality photos of those. They're up on the Jurassicpedia Facebook page, and I'll probably put them up on the Jurassic Minutes podcast Facebook page too here soon.
Nice. Well, after last series with Jurassic Park 3 minutes, everyone should be on the Pedia page as well anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, I wonder if that's just something marketing going into the Lost World, where that's sort of the stuff they had. If they're going to do the serial or the food tie-in, well, here's some set photos or production photos. Go for your life and put them in there, and yeah, it seems like that might be what they done. But
and it also came with this like a folder, little carrying folder that you can use to store them. I don't store them in there. I kept them in the plastic bag that came in. But yes, there's a that also had a great shot of Kibikai Ranch, and they photoshopped in a bunch of different little a bunch of different pictures of the dinosaur maquettes, so they're kind of laying all over the picture. And I actually had to combine the front and back of the folder. They're the same picture, but the front has a big logo on the front, the Jurassic Park, the Lost World logo on it on the front, and then the back has a bunch of like little branding stuff at the very bottom, so I had to combine the bottom of the front with the scan of the back in order to get one full, complete, clean picture.
There's some great photos out there, and as you said, we'll get them put up on the Minutes page.
And something else I'll probably put up on the Minutes page here, I don't think I put it on the Pedia page, was me and you have talked before about how it would be interesting to see the Lost World in a kind of a black and white noir-ish look to it.
Oh, yes.
So the other night I kind of had some time on my hands, and I went through and picked out about 18 screen caps from The Lost World that were kind of, I felt, had the most look of what I was going for. I think I originally picked out about 25 of them and then whittled it down because sometimes you'd see like a digital camera in there or a machine gun that looked way too modern, and I just didn't think it looked right. So I went and I found a video of the 1925 version of The Lost World on YouTube, and so I went and just went through the screen caps and not digitized. I edited them to look like The Lost World 1925, and some of them came out really, really great. I'm really proud of the way these came out, so I'll definitely be putting those up when we're done with this record here.
Yeah, two personal favourites definitely be the approach to the island, just that grainy look of sauna, and the Stegosaurus crossing the creek with just Nick and that standing in the stream watching it cross. Just I've got goosebumps now talking about it. It looks fantastic.
I'm pretty partial to that first one as well, but also the last one that I did where it's the beauty shot from the end of the Lost World where you see the Stegosaurus herd with the pteranodons flying over them.
Yeah.
Just the way those volcanic mountains look in the background, it has a real King Kong 1933 feel to it, which was exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know Spielberg's gone back and edited E.T. before. Maybe you'll go back to Lost World and replace all the machine guns with walkie-talkies and or old-timey radios, and it'll fit a little bit more into that that time frame. Unfortunately, it's still going to have some major stuff like the Roundup and the RV stuff that is going to have modern stuff in it. But yeah.
Even then, I was able to pick out one of the points where the hunters all got the ropes around the Parasaurolophus neck, and they're trying to bring it down, and it does look pretty good. I mean, I even had one person comment on it, said that it reminded them of a Harryhausen look. You know?
Yeah, just without the stop motion Parasaurolophus in the middle, and that's Spielberg said he wanted to make a King Kong film, and that's why so many of these shots look the way they do. All right, I suppose one other thing too. Over the break, I found a post on a Facebook group of a guy who had been watching a little film called The Backlot Murders, and we done the whole Sliders episode with the Lost World, with the Worker Village set being reused, and this film shot or released in 2001 anyway, just after production of Jurassic Park 3 had finished, and they do a fair bit of filming on the backlot, and particularly on the stairs of the Embryonics Administration Building. I've got the DVD coming so I can get some screen caps and that from it, but it seems to be a bit of a middle finger to Jurassic Park 3, because they keep on saying here we are on the set of The Lost World, even though it hasn't been the set of The Lost World for 4 years. And even two characters come together and talk about, aren't you excited, this is where Steven Spielberg filmed one of his films, and they're not really mentioning that it was Joe Johnson that was there instead, but but I'll get that DVD and get some images and some video of it recorded, and we might have a bit of a look at it a little bit down the line as well, and might do a one-off show depending on how. From all I've seen so far is just on the steps filming. I noticed some shots around the Psycho house and behind that as well, so I'll go through it. In the trailer there's some inside shots that may be the inside of the Embryonics building. Saw that green mouldy glass in the background, so we might be able to get a shot inside either before or after it was redressed. But that'll come a little bit further down the line when that DVD gets here. David, I think that's enough catching up. We've got some news to catch up on.
Yeah.
This? What do you think you were going to document? What do you think you were going to see?
Animals. Maybe, big iguanas.
Fruitcakes.
First up, I suppose, today, as we're recording this, happy birthday to the man himself, John Williams, celebrating his 88th birthday today. I hope that's today. I just approved the post in the Jurassic Park group, so that was a late addition to the news. But
actually, I think you're right. It is his birthday today. I saw some other groups posting about it.
yeah, I haven't got the bit here. It's all in the run sheet for the first Jurassic World minute. But been listening to a lot of John Williams. Picked up a couple of the prequel soundtracks, and just how much music from other series he's reusing slightly here and there.
Speaking of which, I actually noticed something when I was doing those Lost World edits. I was going through the film, and I kind of noticed that the opening titles to the Lost World, the Spielberg film that John Williams wrote, is almost very eerily similar to the opening music, like the first 15-20 seconds from 1925's Lost World. And knowing how much, as you said, John Williams likes to be inspired by other composers, I wouldn't put it past him for it not to be a coincidence, you know?
Yeah, but even sort of like complete left fields. Like one example here I've got in the control room, Jurassic Park, where you've got that sort of tense music playing through there. There's a little section where he's reusing the Temple of Doom theme, which is really weird. I sat up in bed the other night when I was listening to the soundtrack and going, wait a minute, I know that's Temple of Doom.
I've noticed it too.
But not only other work of his, in the I think it's the Clone Wars, one of the tracks with General Grievous is actually playing some of the Aliens theme, sort of that that percussion sound. So he's sort of taken a bit from Horner as well there, but I think he's done some of his best work on the Jurassic films and of course Star Wars and Indiana Jones and everything else. I don't know if it was rumour or not. The episode 9 score was going to be his last and he was retiring after that. Do you know anything else there?
I know that it was stated that it would be his last Star Wars film he was going to score. I'm not sure if he's permanently retiring, but I do know it's his last Star Wars.
Yeah. Which would be sad to see him sort of stop doing it. David Attenborough's in his 90s, isn't he? So he's still out there filming nature. So hopefully John can keep the conductor's not baton stick. I don't even know what it's called. Keep the conducting going for many more years yet. We've got some Jurassic World 3 news, and something that's come out recently is they're looking for extras to shoot in British Columbia and Morocco? No, it's not Morocco. What's the...
Malta, maybe?
Malta, yeah, Malta. So we know we've seen some set locations end of last year to show that they were going to be filming in Malta and what that Jurassic set or scene may be, whether it's the mosasaur in the water attacking someone or something like that. But chance for some fans to get on set and be extras in the film.
Well, also remember that, I mean, just because they're filming Malta doesn't mean it's actually set in Malta.
Yes.
Could be anything. I mean, remember were filming a lot at Pinewood Studios, and that's in the United Kingdom, and that's just in for Northern California.
Yep. Yes, we're all there when they announced they were shooting in London, and all of a sudden we had pteranodons attacking Big Ben and everything else.
Yeah, I won't deny, I've considered packing my bags up and shipping myself out to the British Columbia and saying, I want to be in the movie.
Yeah, and just they've got a couple of shots here of some of the scenery in British Columbia, and it does look like a fantastic location. So, how or what it ties into the film, we'll know. They are filming starting at the end of this month, so they're starting to get the ball rolling there and get some stuff happening.
I don't care if I get eaten. I just want to. I mean, this is, as far as we know, this might very well be the last Jurassic Park movie. My last chance to get eaten by a dinosaur.
Well, real CG one, and not your super colossal T-Rex. We're just going to step away from the movie news for a moment. Mattel, they've been releasing a lot of different dinosaurs in the Jurassic World line, and there's really a lot to talk about there, but I thought focus on some of the more collector-orientated stuff, and they've released photos of their Owen and Blue, which is now available at Entertainment Earth. David, you've got the original Jurassic Park 1 version of the Amber Collection Raptor. Does this look like a remold, just a repaint of that, or can you see anything different?
It's actually the Jurassic Park 1 Raptor is a repaint of Blue. It actually uses the blue sculpt. It actually uses the blue sculpt for that figure, and so it's actually a really nice figure. I like it a lot. If the teeth and the head sculpt was a little bit more like the first movie's Raptor, I'd probably love it more. But it's still a very, very cool figure. Mine kind of came with a bent tail, and so it's kind of got the Cyclops Raptor tail thing going on with the crick in the tail.
Yeah. Just like my big red T-Rex from Jurassic Park, the Kenner one.
Mm-hmm.
They should have made that balls an inch longer.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of Chronicle Collectibles has been actually vehemently denying, even though it's so obvious, that they went and switched the heads from they came out with a 1/6. We've talked about these. They're 1/6 scale action figures, and how they looked really good, and they still look really good. The paint looks excellent, but at some point they must have decided it'd be cheaper if they don't have a newly sculpted head for the Jurassic Park 1 Raptor. And so now it's a painfully obvious Blue's head on the body of a Jurassic Park 1 Raptor. And in a way, I mean, and I hate to say it, but it almost reminds me of the Lindbergh Velociraptor model from that came out during the first movie's marketing. And I'm like, if you've not seen it, look it up, because it's like really, really goofy looking.
Yeah, well, we know we're going to get to it when we get to Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. Just the difference in the Raptors, and I can see here they're just going for the cheaper version and just repainting. Because I was going to ask if it was more of that Jurassic Park looking Raptor, especially the head and the teeth and that, as you're saying. But
yeah, it's clearly the blue sculpt with the Jurassic Park 1 Raptor paint job on it, unfortunately. And I didn't see you have it here, but I did see it be announced was in the upcoming, I think it's called the Primal Attack, is I guess their new mainline wave. But they're going to have something called the Ultimate T-Rex, and I'm hoping that they show more of this at Toy Fair New York. That's coming up soon here at the end of the month. And it's basically the regular super colossal T-Rex with the articulation of the extreme chomping T-Rex, basically.
Oh, wow.
I know, and I think it looks like they may have resculpted the body a little bit to give it more of a hump, like the Jurassic Park T-Rex has. Mm-hmm. I've got a kind of a really blurry photo of it. I think was shared by Collect Jurassic, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of this at Toy Fair if we see it.
I want a Jurassic Park version, and I want a green repaint.
Me too. I was going to get the Super Colossal repainted as the Bull T-Rex, but I think this one might be it.
Because we all need more 4-foot-long T-Rexes in our houses taking up space.
Of course. I mean, I have no room to put it, but I know I'm going to buy it. And Matel knows that too.
Yeah. I suppose on the smaller front here too, there are Amber Collections hinting a Dennis Nedry and Dilophosaur as well, which a Nedry figure in his raincoat holding the stick. It seems. Yep.
Stick stupid.
Yeah, he doesn't look, or the silhouette doesn't look as big as what Nedry was, but I don't know. They might change it later on. We'll see. Mm-hmm. As you're saying, Toy Fair, I completely forgot Toy Fair is coming up, so that will probably be our next record, reviewing what's been announced at Toy Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting times. moving on, getting back to Jurassic World 3. Colin's been busy on Twitter posting some stuff, one of which is a look at a new Nasutoceratops animatronic that's being used in the film. Now, at the end of the year, we've seen a tweet from him as well, or a video of a day in the life of Colin Trevorrow, and he had the remote control there and an animatronic head. It's possible that was this baby Nasutoceratops. We didn't have much scale with that image or that video, but one way or another, it seems the Nasutoceratops is going to be continuing its presence in the Jurassic franchise from Battle at Big Rock here into Jurassic World 3.
Mm-hmm. And if it looks anything like the infant did, which is it kind of does a little bit. We haven't seen it painted and completed yet, but it's going to be adorable.
Mm.
This is the franchise's baby Yoda.
Hopefully they'll have toys on release, not like Yoda. Yeah, was the baby they used in Battle at Big Rock, that was only a CG, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a completely CGI model.
Yeah. We I remember we discussed then when we done the review of Battle at Big Rock how it was going to be.
Oh no, wait. I think I just remembered. I think it was. I did have moments where, like, I think there were parts of it that were CGI, parts of it were practical effects.
Yeah,
I just remember that.
I'm pretty sure.
I remember they had the baby nest. I remember Stan Winston or Legacy Effects showing off the baby Nasutoceratops animatronic and the Allosaurus head.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. So it's possible that this animatronic was built for Battle Big Rock because they didn't have the budget behind it. It might have not have been able to move as much. So here we got either version 2 or a new internal structure that can probably do a lot more than what that baby could do, even though we only had it for a few seconds in that short film, and as you said, it was loved by all. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they are planning to have this little guy, caged, too, because it looks like they've got it on a rolling dolly with what appears to be caged bars around it.
Mm. So I wonder if there's some sort of if there's going to be some sort of shot of the auction, revisiting the auction with some of these animals going to different owners, and that's how we see them in the future. Or I suppose you would need a cage like this for any animal, just so it didn't start walking off, because it wouldn't come back if you called it. But I can't wait until we see some paint on this.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, last time we were on here, it had been reported that Jurassic World 3 was going to have the shooting title of Arcadia, and we sort of questioned whether or not that was going to be real. But now the guess the tagline on the name has been going around Twitter for a little while too, and apparently Colin hinted at one fan maybe getting close. So it's reported here we got 3 possible titles for the new film: either Jurassic World Survival, Jurassic World Clash of Worlds, and Jurassic World Illusion of Control. David, what do you think about those names?
I thought I heard that it was confirmed it was New World or New Dawn or something like that.
Oh, there you go. So there's even more names out there now. I can't think of a better one, so I'm not going to